Welcome, one and all, to a day of solemn remembrance in the heart of London. As the city awakens beneath a heavy sky, the spirit of unity and tradition is felt from Buckingham Palace to Hyde Park. 20 years since the 7/7 bombings, the city gathers in Hyde Park to remember. People from all walks of life come together, united by loss and hope. Survivors, families and the public stand among the 52 steel pillars of the memorial, each a silent tribute. Every pillar represents a life lost, a story cut short, and a community forever changed. The Prince and Princess of Wales attend, offering comfort and solidarity, their presence a symbol of national unity. Their gestures serve as a reminder that grief and remembrance are shared by all. Prince William lays a floral tribute, a simple act watched by hundreds. The moment is quiet, yet deeply moving, as the crowd falls silent in respect. The day is about memory, ensuring the victims are never forgotten. Visitors pause, reading names, reflecting on the impact of that tragic day. Names of the deceased are read aloud, each one a future stolen. The reading is slow, deliberate, giving space for each name to echo in the hearts of those present. The focus is on the human cost, the stories of bravery and the quiet strength of those left behind. Tears are shed, hands are held, and memories are shared. In the digital age, remembrance extends online. Tributes and memories are posted and shared, connecting people across the world. Official channels, including the royal family, prepare to share messages of commemoration. Every word and image is chosen with care, mindful of the day's significance. A social media post is now an official act of public remembrance, seen by millions in an instant. The digital world becomes a space for collective mourning and unity. The expectation, words chosen with care, matching the gravity of the occasion. The responsibility weighs heavily on those crafting these messages. For Kensington Palace, the task is to translate the dignity of Hyde Park into an online tribute. The process is scrutinised, and every detail is subject to public judgment, from the tone to the timing. But as the world would soon see, even the most solemn moments can be upended by a single digital misstep. In an age of instant communication, mistakes are magnified. The stage was set for a day of remembrance and an unexpected communications crisis. The world watched, waiting to see how the story would unfold. And to all the royal fans whose support brings comfort to the nation, your dedication is noted today and always. As the memorial unfolded, a quiet sense of reflection settled over the crowd. The air was heavy with remembrance, and every detail of the ceremony seemed to matter just a little more on this solemn day. Meanwhile, Kensington Palace's social media team was preparing to post their tribute. Their task was clear: to issue a message that would represent the palace's response to the day's events. The message was intended to be straightforward and respectful, matching the gravity of the occasion. Each word was selected to reflect the official stance. But when the post went live, what appeared online began with two jarring words: "and copy." It was a phrase never meant for public eyes, a remnant of internal instructions. The post read, "and copy, remembering the victims of the 7/7 attacks by joining survivors and bereaved families at the Memorial Gardens in Hyde Park." The error was glaring, instantly noticed by followers. Those words exposed the mechanics behind royal messaging, a glimpse of the process, not the sentiment. The message lost any sense of genuine connection, replaced by a feeling of automation. In an instant, a message of condolence became a symbol of carelessness. The public reaction was swift, with many expressing disappointment and surprise. The error stripped the tribute of authenticity, making it feel like a corporate memo, not a meaningful gesture. What should have been a moment of connection now felt distant and impersonal. Realizing the mistake, the team deleted the tweet within minutes and replaced it with a corrected version. But the original post had already been seen by many. But, in the world of social media, nothing is ever truly erased. Even a brief mistake can leave a lasting mark. Screenshots of the blunder began to circulate, far beyond the palace's control. The error was now part of the public record, shared and discussed across platforms. The correction did little to undo the damage. The team watched as reactions poured in, facing criticism and scrutiny. A moment meant for unity became a lesson in the pitfalls of digital communication, a reminder that even the smallest oversight can overshadow the intended message. The internet never forgets. Screenshots of the "and" copy blunder spread rapidly, turning a solemn tribute into a viral joke. Memes and hashtags erupted, mocking the palace's mistake. The conversation shifted from remembrance to ridicule, overshadowing the victims and the day's significance. The corrected tweet, despite its attempt at respect, was now viewed only in the shadow of the original blunder. In the digital age, a single slip can eclipse the intended message. The royal family's every move is scrutinized, and even minor errors become major incidents. The "and" copy tweet became a story of its own, a distraction from the very event it was meant to honor. The narrative was lost in seconds, and the internet moved on, but the stain remained. In the end, the blunder was a stark reminder. Online, mistakes are magnified and never truly disappear. The "and" copy incident wasn't an isolated misstep. Just a year earlier, the palace was criticised for releasing a digitally altered photo of the Princess of Wales and her children. Major news agencies pulled the image, citing manipulation, a significant blow to royal credibility. The princess issued a public apology, but the damage to public trust was already done. Additional errors followed, each further eroding the monarchy's image of reliability. Collectively, these blunders point to a communications team struggling to handle the pressures of the digital age. The "and" copy tweet only reinforced doubts about attention to detail within the royal operation. In an era of misinformation, even minor mistakes can have major consequences. These digital blunders matter because they erode trust, the monarchy's most vital asset. The "and" copy tweet made what should have been a solemn tribute seem manufactured, fueling doubts about authenticity. In today's world, every citizen is a publisher, and social media is a global town square. The palace can no longer control the narrative. Mistakes are amplified and never forgotten. The photo editing scandal and the tweet blunder reinforced a narrative of untrustworthiness. The demand to appear open and relatable often clashes with the expectation of dignity and accuracy. Each error makes the public more skeptical, the media more watchful. The challenge remains, finding a tone that is both believable and authoritative. In the digital age, every post is a test of trust, and the margin for error is vanishingly small. Honoring tragedy demands dignity, but social media thrives on speed and spectacle. In moments of collective grief, the pressure to post quickly can overshadow the need for careful reflection and respect. The "and" copy blunder exposed the tension between solemnity and the chaos of online platforms. What was meant to be a respectful tribute instead became a trending topic for all the wrong reasons. A simple workplace mistake became a viral spectacle, stripping the tribute of its intended gravitas. The internet's appetite for drama can turn even the smallest error into a global talking point. For the monarchy, every post is scrutinized, yet social media rewards informality and exposes flaws. When tradition collides with the unpredictable pace of the digital world, the risks are clear. The palace faces ongoing pressure to avoid missteps that could undermine public trust. Even with checks in place, errors slip through, raising questions about the effectiveness of their approach. Simply being present online is not enough. Professionalism and foresight are often lacking. Without a careful approach, the dignity of both the institution and the moment is at risk. The lesson? On days of national remembrance, a thoughtful delay is better than a careless rush. Failing to consider the impact of each message can undermine the gravity of the occasion. The monarchy's challenge is to maintain dignity in a world that rewards the opposite. Upholding tradition and respect is a constant struggle in the age of instant communication. The cost of a single error is high, especially when the world is watching. Every misstep is amplified and reputations can be damaged in seconds. In the digital realm, silence can be more powerful than a flawed message. Sometimes restraint is the only way to avoid further missteps. The future of royal communication is uncertain and fraught with risk as the landscape continues to evolve rapidly. The recent blunders and scandals have damaged credibility, further eroding public confidence in the institution. To address this, the palace must adapt, acknowledging errors openly and focusing on accuracy and transparency in every message. A restrained approach may be necessary to avoid further missteps and maintain composure in their digital presence. The use of social media should support public duties, not dominate or distract from them. The monarchy faces the challenge of balancing tradition with modernity, using communication tools carefully to avoid being undermined by them. On days of national significance, respect is measured not just in words, but in the attention and care given to their delivery. In the unforgiving world of social media, there is little tolerance for mistakes or misjudgments.